Run it, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.
Hi, and welcome back to the Conscious Day Trader. The day has come. We're back in Bali. Wow, did that day come a little bit earlier than we thought, which is great news because trading is back on track. For some reason, I couldn't trade New York really well, and we'll never find out why, because we're now back in Bali, and today we've had a really, really good first day. We're going to go through the accounts. We're going to go through the three accounts that I'm trading. DarwinX, which I didn't trade very well in the New York, but hopefully we'll get that back on track. Obviously the Fivers, which we had the 22K loss of profits basically. We're now getting closer and closer and closer to hitting back onto that level where we can make money, which is great. But meanwhile, whilst we're doing that, we've also got the instant funding, which is going to pay the bills from until we get that Fivers account back. And also we're going to build it up because that can go up. It can double every 5%. And we're very close to doubling that up as well. So great day one in Bali. As you can see in the background, we've got the nice pool, we've got the nice house. I'm so happy we're back. And also we've got my Phoenix, who is actually sleeping. I'm not going to wake him up to show you. Maybe I'll show you later in the video if he wakes up. But he's very pleasantly sitting there now, so I'm not going to disturb him. But let's jump on to the trade today. I'm also doing something that I'm trying out today. I'll show you a little bit about hedging. I've been looking into hedging. I'm testing something with another account. That's why I've not shared anything with the Vanguards. I've not shared anything with my Discord community, just because I'm testing it to see if it's actually something that we can implement in repositioning and all the good stuff that's happening in trading. It's good to be back in the heat. Let's go back on the charts. Okay, as you can see on the chart here, obviously we've got the scruffy levels on there. Obviously, if you want to learn about the scruffy levels, make sure you go and find his channel, because he has a Discord where you can go and learn all about that. And if you don't follow me and you don't follow ACT, Scruffy is the other person you need to be following. And he's doing something really cool recently where he, normally it's a paid service where he will show you his daily biases and what he's looking at the markets. And he's doing a little mini video every day. So you can go and watch that and maybe you can learn something. So go and watch the Scruff, give him a subscribe because he's doing a lot of good work. That being said, what I love about this software is that I can press O and all my charts are now clean. I've set a shortcut to take all the drawings out. Obviously, you can do that with TradingView as well. The reason we're sticking with Pro Real Time is because I'm trading a personal account of $1,000. And if we go on to the report, we've started that to, I want to test something with repositioning and hedging. So we're going to see how we're going to be looking at that. But if I go on to the trading report, you can go here on trading detailed report, new daily report, and that will give me a detailed analysis on all my trading that I've done in this current month. So here we can see the hedging account has been performing really well. We've taken total trades of 4 trades. This is an 1,000 account, so we've returned a 1% to 2% on the account so far. Obviously, the hit rate is most likely going to be 50%. The reason is because every time I will be taking profit from a position, I'll be hedging that entry, and I'll show you a little bit of how I'm doing that. It's an idea that I picked up from a hedging trader, and I'm going to start using it in repositioning, and we'll see if we can do something really cool with that. So that's something that I'm always learning. I'm always trying to develop my trading and make it better. Obviously, my bread and butter is repositioning, which I traded this morning. And if we go back on the Fivers, if you've been following me, you would know that that account from 260, I can't remember now, we were in 15,000 of profit. I didn't take any profits because I wanted to hit that milestone, next milestone, and we had that big 22 loss, 1,000. So that took the count down to 244,900. So we were very close. We did the right thing. We closed the trade. It wasn't a good trade. Obviously, you know what happened and why I held that trade. If you haven't seen that video, go and watch it. It's called the 22,000 drawdown or loss that I had to close. And I show you actually closing that trade. It's a pretty brutal video, but we did it. And I'm super proud that we did that. Because look at it now. From 44,900, we're back up at 47,181. We're creeping up. We're creeping up. We're coming closer to that 40, we're to 50,000. After 50,000, I can pay out myself again. So there's nothing that we haven't done before, and nothing that now that we're in Bali, we're just going to go back to our good habits of trading the great Judas moves that are given us today as well. Look at that. Push all the way down, sell side liquidity, took out the liquidity and pushed up all the way. So to the previous daily high. So absolutely pretty clean trading. Literally took me 5 minutes to set it up. It took about 20 minutes to get the trade to play out after London Open, and off we go. Now I can go and enjoy my day, and that's what we're gonna do. The little one has actually been sleeping because of jet lag, pretty much 5 hours now, so I don't know if we're gonna get any sleep tonight. But if we go to the results and we switch on to custom period and we go to today, we can see that we made $202, which is actually is 197. I needed to leave a little bit more in there to get the 200, which is I wanted to get 20 pips on a one lot position. So super happy with that. If we go on to my actual instant fund, that's the other one that I'm trading. That doubles every 10%. So this is the target that we want to hit on this is $1,000, and then they're going to give me a bigger account. They're going to make it double. They're going to give me a 20K account. So we're very close. We're about, what's that? $320, let's say. And then we will get a 20K account, and I can also withdraw that money, which I'm going to be using for paying the bills and everything until we get our Fivers account. And when we get our Fivers account back and healthy and with a bit of a buffer, then what we can do is copy this. So we're going to have these two accounts feeding each other and giving me double the amount of money coming out, hopefully, because this is going to be doubling very fast every 10%. And lastly, Darwin X. Darwin X, we had a little bit of I tried to be clever and do some to trade the indices. I tried to trade the Nasdaq because I couldn't find setups in the pound dollar. And it didn't go really well. It went down to like $800, but started trading pound dollar again. Do what you do well and don't change it. And here we are. So now we're back at break even. So I've got it back to break even. I'm probably going to reset the challenge so I can get a good Darwin record. I don't want that Nasdaq trading to be affected by my Bali trading now London session, so I'm going to reset it. I think I can do that. I'll check. So there, we're going to aim for 2 to 3% on this, maybe better. Why not? Because I'm quite confident in my performance in London, and I'm going to base my performance on last January, which was 6 months of green days. So that's what we're going to base our performance on. And there we go. Let's look a little bit of the analysis of why we went long today on the pound dollar, on a very, very heavy pound dollar, which is the dollar has been very, very strong. And there we go. To keep the TradingView people happy, we're going back on TradingView. Here we've got the British pound. We've got the 4 hour there. Let's change that to the 1 hour. And what we're going to see is that we've had a big drop from the 122s all the way down to the 120s. Now the question was, is this going to go to 119s and continue lower, or was it going to consolidate and push higher? If we look at, throw in the sessions in there, so just the regular sessions that you can see, the London Tokyo session, we created the Tokyo low. Obviously we took the previous sell side liquidity there, so London literally went down all the way down to, if you include the closing area of Tokyo, we saw that it went all the way down to create the lows, and then as a Judas move pushed into sell side liquidity, took out sell side liquidity and start pushing higher. Obviously in 1 hour you're not going to see that entry that we're looking for, ICT 2022 entry, but if you drop it on a 5 minute and even on a 1 minute, what you're going to start seeing is these breakouts here. So pushing in all the way down, creating the swing high. It's an absolute breaker, so we can see that intermediate swing low, breaking the highs, comes back down, fills fair value gap. You could enter here, but then you would have to wait for that push down. And obviously that wouldn't be a trading time for you if you're in New York. This is at 2 a.m. and this is pre-market for London. But what we're looking at is that break there down. When I saw breaking below these lows, I was interested in longing the pound. I from my scruffy levels, I knew that there's going to be a monthly level there that's going to be very strong for the price to react. And I can show you on the, if we drop in the charts on this, and actually I'm going to start hedging this. So this is something that I'm trialing. Obviously, I don't want to get you confused with hedging, but I'll show you this journey of hedging. And why I'm hedging and what I'm doing and what I'm trying to, how I'm making money even if I'm hedged. We're going to do that in the future videos, but I want to see it work and before I give it to you guys and share it to the world. But with our trade, what we can see here is that the consolidation, even though we've been dropping on the pound dollar, you can see it dropping, suddenly it started consolidating and pushed aggressively down to that monthly level here. Now, as soon as it went down to that monthly, I'm not very picky with being exactly on my lines. Scruffy is very good at that. But obviously sometimes if I don't see a setup where it's ICT 2022, but I do really like the position. So for instance, where we're very close to 120 here, very close to 12004. If we were breaking below the monthly, then it would be going down to these weekly levels and 120s. Do I think that that's going to be happening? That was going to happen on a Wednesday after the big sell-off without any reaction? I didn't think so. So I was positioning long. It was a scalp position. We were only looking for 20 pips. Did this move a lot further? Yes. If we look at I literally entered at a very good price at the bottom of that. If we grab our measure from the bottom to the top, that moved 50 pips. Am I sad that I'd missed on 30 pips? No, because it paid me for 20 pips. And that should be the lesson to everyone. Make sure and I know there's people out there, like if you've read the book on The Greatest Loser, is it? By Thomas Hugard. He suggests that you shouldn't stop your winners. You always should let your winners run and close your losers, which makes sense. And it might make sense for a few of you, and it might make sense in terms of how your psychology works. But for my psychology, when I'm getting paid, especially with the account size that it is now, we're slowly going to build it up back that making $500, but it didn't reposition. If it had repositioned, then I would probably be making more money, but it didn't come lower than this 1204. And that was enough to take the 20 pips and be happy with it and go and enjoy your day. You don't have to sit around charts all day, even though I'm still around the charts to make you this video. I hope this has been helpful. By the way, if you're not in the Discord, make sure you write in the comments Discord. And if you want to join the Vanguards, which we do Q&As every Wednesday, this time is going to be Friday. We have some great traders in there, and big shout out to Gordon, who has made, let me actually switch it on. He has made great payouts here, $900 from his top step. Amazing stuff. He's doing great. And as you can see, every Wednesday, once a month, because we have people from the USA and people from the UK, I try to give a poll that is logical times for me. This is in the afternoon for me, but it looks like most of the people want 11 o'clock in the UK, which would put me around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I think, but that's still logical times. The US, unfortunately, they don't have the best times, but we did have a big, about 9 sessions, which you can find in the Vanguard. It is paid membership. It's $19.99, which works out about $5 a session. What you will get in that is a bit of a presentation of me on my psychology and how I work my psychology around trading. There's a big video on repositioning, how I do my repositioning. And you also get a great community of traders who I'm starting to get to know them, and I can see them progressing. We're all progressing on the same goal. And yeah, we're going to make it happen. If you are struggling in terms of making consistent trading, I've been there. I passed the boot camp the 3 milestones and passed it all the way to 250,000 from 100,000. That's the account now that has been paying me for a full year. This is my sole income that is coming from trading. There he is, Phoenix is here, he's going. But yeah, I understand what you're going through, and I'm still going through that still. You know, I still had a big loss, still had to come back from it. But the thing is, when you take a loss, you can do two things. You either can give up and say, this is not for me. Imposter syndrome comes in, and that's one big thing that we've been talking about in psychology, how we just generally constantly think that we don't belong, that we don't deserve to be successful and be consistent, or that everyone's going to be doubting us or why we're doing this. And there you go, Yannis messed up and he had a big hit. No. That is part of the journey. That's how we get better. That's how we learn. That's how we improve. And it's given me something else to look at. I'm looking at hedging now. I would have never looked at hedging, because I do need to manage risk in a better way and protect my accounts if I don't think I'm doing things in the right manner. So you're going to see these updates on, if I think it's something that is useful for me, if I understand it and it makes sense, then I might include it. If it doesn't, then I'll exclude it, and it's been a lot of learning and fun stuff. So there you go. That was the Vanguard membership. If you want to join the Vanguard, make sure you comment Vanguard and I'll give you the upgrade link. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Trading London, finally. And welcome to Bali.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.